4 more to go. Please help me welcome our 5th startup from Directful, Shefkat Seyaluolu.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. My name is Shefkat. I am the founder and CEO of Directful, and I'm so glad to be here. Directful is a fully autonomous marketing platform designed specifically for hotels, driving more direct revenues. A little bit about myself. I'm a 5-time OTA builder, most notably cheapoair.com, where I was the technology co-founder, and I know how much you guys love OTAs deep in your hearts. When I was building my 5 OTA, an old friend gives me a call saying that, Shevket, I need your help. My hotel's struggling. You come up with innovative ideas. Without a question, I went to his hotel a couple of blocks away. And then that was my first time that I see hotels' internal tech, such as PMS. After analyzing data inside the PMS, I turned to my friend. I said, Volkan, what are you doing with the data inside your PMS? And when I see the wandering eyes, it was super clear. It's just collecting dust. And I continued, like, you and the whole hotel staff is spending so much energy and effort to give the greatest experience to the guest, but you're not, so that you're going to get like a 5-star from TripAdvisor, and you hope them they're going to come back in like about in a year maybe with friends and family. But you are still paying the OTAs all the money. You're not doing much yourself. So I told them, let's do something really unconventional like nobody ever tried before. Let's invite your past guests back to the property, and let's use text messaging for this because I believe that you're going to get a better conversion ratio. And that's what we did. We started with 5,000 guests, and in a couple of weeks, Volkan gives me a call, very excited. Hey, Shevket, this is really working out. We already attribute over $20,000 worth of bookings. Let's do it again. And that was my moment that I got on a mission to help hotels control their guests like never before and gain more independence from the OTAs. And as we move along, what we see is over 70% of the guests never come back to the same property. They're more loyal to the OTAs because they have their perks over there. And the data is super fragmented with everybody contributing to it, such as call center, front desk, and primarily OTAs with a lot of missing data. And the hotels who have good data, they don't have the necessary tools to bring them back. So we built the autonomous guest retention platform. We collect the data on behalf of you and further enhance it and reduce the unusable data by over 40%, giving you more reach-out options. And we put into utilization, giving the hospitality industry the best AI prediction ever. The way that we work is we integrate with your PMS, and that's where AI kicks in. With the first level of machine learning, we take that fragmented guest data and we build a really robust guest profile with hundreds and hundreds of different factors. Then we put this data into use with the second level of machine learning, predicting their most likely time to come back. And then what happens? We send them automated text messaging, inviting them back to the property with hyper-personalizations and linking them back to your own website, your own booking engine. In the end, we know what happens. Guests are receiving these messages on the right time before they're going to make a booking. And you reminded them their property, they remember their experiences, and you know what? They make a booking. And this results in your most profitable revenue channel ever. With over 16.5% conversion ratio, we have happy customers among yourselves. We generate over $110 million of revenue for them. Indeed, this morning I checked, we reached $114 million. We are welcome to visit us on our booth. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Judges, questions?
One of the most common reasons people don't return to a hotel is they don't have reason to go back to the same place again because they're on a one-time trip. How do you differentiate, and how do you differentiate on the customer reach out side, and does that affect your go-to-market strategy in terms of which kinds of hotels you go after?
So yes, generally people don't go back to the same property, but like I said before, we are predicting their most likely time to come back, and there is a huge amount of data behind the scenes. Like I said, hundreds of different factors per guest, and there are so many different factors for the property itself, and we train our models on this. We have over 12 million guests guest profiles that we have in our system, and that's like 20-something million bookings. And we predict their likely time to come back when we test it over and over, and we increase in average 2 to 3% of return backs. It is across all the brands. Luxurier, the better. It works better because it just helps each other. I hope this answers.
So, how large is your team, number one? And number two, in terms of differentiation, what's the moat? How do you sort of prevent other people from replicating? Because at the end of the day, if you have the access to the data, there are a lot of LLMs out there that you can train and you can sort of recreate the model. So what's the secret sauce?
Okay, very nice. I love it. Our team is like about 22 people, mostly engineers, obviously. And I'm an engineer. It's difficult for me to be here to speak like this. How we differentiate is the data. We started with COVID in 2020, and we not only are a customer data platform, but we also do the marketing piece, and we send text messages out. We receive their responses back. We process all this data, and all this learning over time is improving over and over. I mean, we have a very trained data, and we are growing every single day. Today, 217 customers, and you've seen Sonest over there. This is the first time we are announcing it. Like about next month, we are putting all of their managed properties, doubling the size, more data, and more processing will be just, it's very difficult. Everybody can do an AI if they want to, but we have a significant advantage of owning the conversation with the customers and having so much of trained data so far.
So what's your competitive landscape? And secondly, where do you operate most currently? Are you North American, Europe, Asia? Where you operate from?
Today, primarily we are North America, US and Canada. We had some Caribbean customers as well. But with large brands coming in right now, we have a lot in the pipeline. Like Ambridge, they own so many properties around the world. We don't have a choice, but we are going to expand into Europe, Middle East, China, etc. But today, as of today, all of them are in the United States and Canada.
And your competitive landscape, who your competition? Who's your competition?
I'm sorry?
Who are you competing against?
Oh, sure. We coexist with our competition today, primarily Revenates and Sendine. But our main differentiating factor is our AI, our prediction, and they are more on the email marketing, and we do SMS, which is like how many of you have unread SMS versus thousands of unread emails.
So my question was, who owns the data? So if you collect data from my guest, is that data used for someone else's hotel? And the cost of using your company?
Lovely question. We segregate it very well in 3 seconds. We do not mix and match.
Yes.